The right of the people to keep and wear orange shall not be infringed. Welcome to the Cuse Militia Podcast with those two unapologetically biased orange-blooded homers, Sean and Joe. Give us a like on Facebook at Cuse Militia Podcast and follow on Twitter at Cuse Militia.
All right, what's up, Cuse Nation? Thanks for tuning into the Cuse Militia Podcast with Sean and Joe. If you like it, as always, please share it and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for us. That really helps us out on whatever platform you listen on. So tonight we'll preview SU basketball when Colgate comes in Wednesday at 7. And also we will preview Syracuse football as they head to Boston College Saturday at noon. But it's first, as always, got to hear from the folks at MyBookie. And if you've ever wanted to place a bet, but were too afraid to place an online bet in fear of picking the wrong team, well, now's the time to do it because this Thanksgiving, finally, it's possible for you to get 100% back your refund on your bet if you lose it. With the Turkey Day free play, you can bet on the spread of either the Bears or the Lions. If you win, it wins. If you lose, MyBookie will give you your money back up to $250. You literally cannot lose. It's no risk, all gravy. MyBookie offers such a great product, and there's literally has never been a better time than right now to try them out. Unless your sports book is offering something like this, I think you should make the switch. I've never heard of a sports book doing freebies like this, and I doubt it'll ever happen again. These guys are trustworthy, fast, and helpful, and I know they're good for it. If you're new to sports betting and you have lots of questions, that's okay too, because MyBookie's patient customer service can walk you through any questions you have about how betting works. Sign up this week, and MyBookie will give you 50% deposit bonus to jumpstart your bankroll. It's a great way to bank even more money when you win. If you log on to MyBookie, set up your account, use promo code CUSE25, okay? I said CUSE50 last time. It's CUSE25 to get 50% bonus. That's promo code CUSE25. Don't forget that. You do not need the promo code for the Turkey Day free play, which if you have an account, you can just go ahead and do that. And if you lose it, they'll credit all the money back to your account automatically. Why? Why are they doing such a thing? I have no idea. But
it's Thanksgiving, Sean.
It's Thanksgiving, I guess. I mean, to go on there, bet $249, and you're good. If you lose, you get all your money back. If you win, it pays out like normal. You play, you win, you get paid. MyBookie, MyBookie, MyBookie. All right, so, all right, class. We have some morning announcements. Let's see. Okay. I said I would mention this again. At the Orange Appeal. Appeal is spelled APPEEL on Twitter. And search Orange Appeal on Facebook. That is Dale Shackelford and Roosevelt Bowie. Two Syracuse legends. They do a post-game show on Facebook for Syracuse basketball games. Go there, like their pages, whatever social media sites you're on, and show them some Cuse love, okay? Because they're trying to do something that's kind of a startup, and they need some help. They asked us to help, and so we're going to help. Let's see. Oh, Andre Schmidt. Okay, yes. And I know I spelled his name wrong on Twitter. That's the one thing about Twitter is you can't edit it. So yeah. I posted it, and people started retweeting it because that's what I asked them to do. So I'm like, damn it. All right, fine. So I left it. But he is up for the Lou Groza National Collegiate National Collegiate Place Kicker Award, and you can bet one of the votes that will be tallied for him could be the fan vote. Okay, if we all vote and he wins out of the three that are in there. Right now, everybody's getting trounced by Cole Tracy of LSU. And he's only made 22 field goals this year. I guess he's pretty good, but he's probably the worst out of the three that are up. But the LSU fans are killing it on the voting. But if you go to our social sites, at Cuse Militia on Facebook and Twitter, the link is there to vote. Go vote Andre Schmidt and submit that. That would be awesome.
Get those votes in.
Help him out and show him some love. The new format for fan feedback, okay? Fan feedback has just gotten popular, and, there was 3 games, so there was that. But it has still been tough to get them all in some days. So what we're going to do now is make them good, make them, I don't know, sarcastic as hell, Make them whatever you want to do. You can get
Maybe
creative.
throw some questions.
Throw some questions, whatever you got. We're going to do a fan feedback top 10 now. So we're going to pick the 10 best between Joe and I, and we're going to do those for fan feedback now. And speaking of questions and stuff, when I give out the email for if you win the, the online or the iTunes review stuff.
Swag bag.
The swag bag, the Cuse crate. If you can use that email, CuseMilitia@gmail for whatever. If you've got a suggestion, if you've got a critique, a criticism, I don't care. We're big boys. We can take it. We want to make sure the
Sean,
show.
you know what's the easiest guaranteed way to get on the show?
What's that?
Well, call the hotline.
Oh, call the hotline. That's
Leave
right.
a message or ask a question.
236-2436. 315-236-2436. You can always that line's always open. Disregard the voicemail. I try to change it up after the games, but right now I think it still says hear your thoughts on Oregon. You can always call that and leave a question. You can email and leave a question. I just want to make that known that you guys can do that. And you're not bugging us at all if you DM on Twitter or anything. Like we don't care. Tim Green. Okay, look. This wasn't someone I got to grow up watching, but of course, I mean, he's a legend and you know his name. And a shout out to Syracuse Sports in the South Facebook page. They actually put together a meme, and he played. They just give a little graphic here. His seasons 82 to 85. Joe, you were born in 82, right?
83.
83. Yeah. Okay, so. He started before you were born. At SU, he had 45.5 sacks, 341 tackles. In the NFL through 86 to 93, he had 24 sacks, two-time All-American College Football Hall of Famer. He has been diagnosed and come out publicly that he has ALS, and I have a friend whose mother passed away from ALS, and it comes on strong and hard, and it's devastating to a family, so... thoughts and prayers with him and his family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's an awful thing, and it comes on like just a ton of bricks. So power to him for sure. Another thing, real quick, the Don Staffo book. Syracuse, Jim Boeheim and Syracuse basketball. Look, you can still email him, get a custom signed copy. dstaffo64@gmail.
Yeah. It's getting about that time, huh?
It's getting about that time. I want to mention this real quick.
Shopping already.
Yeah, if you're starting Christmas shopping, I believe they're $32, and they get sent right to your house. He'll custom, sign them, tell him who you want them made out to, and he'll send them right to you. It's a great book. I've started reading it, and it's like I said, it's a Syracuse basketball encyclopedia. Well, Jim Boeheim Syracuse basketball era encyclopedia, and it's great. So, and before I forget, I want to wish everybody happy Thanksgiving, because once I wrap the show, I'm trying to shut Joe up. I'll forget. So I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and that's it. That's all I've got. I'm sorry to take up the time to do it. But some things I just wanted to mention. Okay, so. All right, both of the pregames are brought to you by J.P. Mulligan's, 202 West Genesee Street in Fayetteville. Of course, they have their happy hours Monday through Friday, 4 to 6, Trivia Tuesdays, and every NFL game every Sunday. And you know what else they play every game of? Syracuse. Okay, so go there, get some wings, grab a beer, sit with fellow Syracuse fans, the hashtag Cuse family. If Nick's working behind the bar there, ask him to grab you some Cuse Militia swag, okay? Maybe he'll even give you an extra one for a buddy or something like that. So go ahead, go to 202 West Genesee Street, JP Mulligan's in Fayetteville, and check them out. All right, Joe, the Orange back in the Dome. Tomorrow night, it is Tuesday night, the time that we're recording this show. They come to the Dome tomorrow night at 7. Colgate is 4-1. They have wins over Monmouth, Cornell, Nazareth, Binghamton, and I guess their loss was to New Jersey. What is that? What would that be? New Jersey
NJIT.
Yeah. What would it be? Something. Whatever.
Yeah.
They lost to them.
Institute
of Technology. That's it. New Jersey Institute of Technology. There we go. So. All right, Joe.
Sorry, man, out of school.
No, you're good, man. What can you tell us about Colgate? See, I love these shows because all I got to do is do the open, the morning announcements, mention when the game is, and I get to sit back and listen to Joe. Joe, tell us about Colgate, buddy.
Colgate's actually not as bad as they normally are. I'm just trying to give them a little bit of props. They do got some players that can score, and obviously, they're 4-1, but obviously they're competition isn't great. Ken Palm's got him up in the 170s, which I know, by the way, we dropped out of the top 25, but he still has some respect for us. And we're still 17th with top 10 defense efficiency or statistics, whatever. But I don't know. That must be steals or something. Anyway,
yeah.
Colgate's led in scoring by a 6-foot sophomore guard, Jordan Burns, averages 18 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. They also have a 6'8" junior forward, Will Raymond, who averages 15 points, 5 rebounds a game, and a 6'10" junior forward. I'm going to probably butcher this. Rapolis.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it. Good job.
Rapolis Ivanauskas.
Perfect.
And he averages 16 points and 11.5 rebounds a game. So those are their 3 main players. And again, you did hear 6'10". They got a little bit of height. They got, I believe, 2 forwards or 6'8", 6'9". Ivanis, I don't know why I'm trying to say it again. He's 6'10".
I don't either.
So they got, and then they had another starter, Richardson, who's a 6'5" guard. So they have a little bit of length, but judging by looking at Ken Palm's, and just the way that the games have gone, their defense doesn't look like it's that great, and obviously we've been struggling to score. It's just one of those games where we need to get off of. We got to forget about these past 2 games and just kind of come out and do what we need to do against a team that we usually beat.
Yeah, what's the all-time record there?
Oh, geez.
I got it. I'll keep talking. I'll get it.
I feel like they beat us once, but I don't know. Maybe I'm full of poop. But either way, it's just one of those games where, again, I mean, just after these last 2 games, you just got to give the fans just something to just hope. We can't come out and struggle against a team like this. We have to just get back to the drawing board. We got the holidays in a whole week before this next game, and it's kind of a big game. So this is kind of just one of those, clean up your mess and figure out, what you're doing wrong and just clean it up and just try to work a little bit better. Hopefully Frank Howard can be back. I mean, I read some things that he's practicing, and hopefully he's a little bit closer. So, but who knows if he's...
What's the status of him? And I didn't mention in the morning announcements there, but Dungy is still unknown for Boston College, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
What's new with Frank Howard? Is there any new news? I heard he was supposed to play, or that they were hoping he was going to play.
I mean, he's moving around a little bit better, and they're going to, obviously they were going to, the last thing that I heard, they're going to see how he practiced during the week and stuff. But if he doesn't, I think that Boeheim really wants to try to just get him back for this next game after the holidays, and that's I think it's at Ohio State for the ACC Big Ten Challenge.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a big game. We don't really necessarily need Frank Howard to win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised to kind of see him
sprinkle him in.
Yeah, sprinkle him in there for a couple minutes, let him get out there, get the rust off, go out there and do some stuff. And then hopefully, from there on out, we'll be good. That'll be our lineup. Everyone will kind of be back, and hopefully we can just kick this thing in gear,
How many times did you think they beat us?
Once.
We've played them 170 times, and the record's 125-45. They beat us 45 times.
Well, that must have been old.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, recent, like in my lifetime, I feel like they beat us only once.
Yeah, that's a lot, though, 45 wins. I only play them every year. So, yeah, I think, it's one of those things where when you see 2 really bad games like that, those games were played almost exactly the same as from a spectator standpoint. And there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to change overnight in during the day for a game.
Right.
And there was kind of an early, it was an afternoon game, 4:30. But
still,
you're still not going to be able to change anything. Right.
Yeah.
So my point is that they're going to take that bad from those 2 games this past weekend, and they can definitely, if anyone's going to be able to fix it, it's going to be a Hall of Fame coach like Jim Boeheim. I'm not saying he's the only one, but I'm just saying, he's it's not like he's never seen what happened before. So, all right.
Yeah, well, and this is a game you can't lose. So
no, this would be really bad to lose.
And after you're showing on national TV down in New York City, I'd want to come out and try to prove a point.
Yeah,
if I was on the team. So
if I'm O'Shea Brissett, well, I mean, coach, I think was clear. Stop taking threes. Stop. Just stop. Cut it out. Leave it to. I think Elijah Hughes I think he's a solid shooter. I think he's going to develop into an even better one. Obviously, that always happens. And Brissett needs to. If Brissett sticks to his game, then we're going to play better. The whole team will play better. Brissett sticks to his game.
Too much of the offense just seems forced.
Oh, yeah, and that was really, really forced. That's a perfect word for it. Very forced. Okay. All right, well, moving on. Cuse football heads up to Boston College, to Alumni Stadium.
Chestnut Hill, what?
Yeah, Chestnut Hill. They're going to face Boston College at noon on Saturday, and this is kind of how it shakes out on paper. We did drop in offense, obviously. We knew that was coming. Syracuse overall offense ranked 24th now with average yards per game of 459 and average yards per play of 5.65 up against Boston College's 59th ranked defense. They're allowing 387.6 yards a game and about 5 yards, let's call it 5 yards a play. Boston College's offense, not the best. They average about 408 yards a game. And against Syracuse's defense is surprisingly rose a couple spots from 97th to 95th, allowing 433 yards a game. So it's really close on paper. It really is close on paper, Joe. So you tell me. Close on paper, the matchup looks decent. I say in favor of Syracuse, but what's the reality?
No, you're absolutely right. On paper, it's going to be really close. Boston College, they have a really good defense. The second half of the season, they've been holding teams. I mean, they held Clemson to 27. I know they just lost to Florida State, and they held those 22-21. So I don't even think that they've allowed a team to score over 30 points in the last 6 or 7 games. So it's going to be one of those things. And obviously, but the question marks that we have, we don't really know. We don't really know what's going to happen, because that's going to be a good defense, and they are going to use the kind of play action, and they're run heavy. A.J. Dillon, he was a preseason Heisman candidate, and some injuries, he hasn't really put up the numbers, and he's missed some games, but he's still a really good running back, and their quarterback can definitely run too. He's got the athleticism and stuff, so he can do some things on offense. And they also have a receiver, Kobe White, and he's kind of been their leading receiver the last couple of games. So it seems like they can get him off of the play action. So they're pretty transparent as far as Boston College, as far as what they're going to do. They're going to line up, they're going to hit you in the mouth, try to run it down your throat, and get some run pass kind of option stuff going with the quarterbacks and the running back. And their defense is, just like I said, they've held teams to under 30 points. So, and like I said, they gave up some big points early. So earlier in the season, I don't know if their defense was missing something or if they've just gotten better. But since, like I said, I think it was the last 6 games, they've held every opponent to under 30. NC State under 30, Clemson under 30.
Yeah, they've also not scored a ton either, though.
Well, yeah, no, that's like I said. I mean, some of that had to do with the fact that their quarterback got banged up one game, a couple games they've been banged up here and there. That running back missed a couple games, so
I mean, they got beat by Florida State.
They've been doing what they have to do to eke it out,
Right.
And at this point in the season, you kind of know what a team is, and that's kind of what Boston College is, and we know what we are, and we know what we need to do if Dungey's going to be, we know what to expect if Dungey's going to be ready. I wouldn't expect him to be ready. So therefore you have, a freshman, redshirt freshman quarterback most likely going in to start against a pretty good defense. And an offense that, can score and they can keep drives alive and slow down the game and run the clock down, but, slow down the pace of the game and limit our possessions. So
yeah, their defense is decent on third down too, like ours. We're
right.
fifth with the 27% conversion rate, and they're at 36%, 41st. Right. So it's
stopping them from eating up clock and running some drives is not going to be easy. So we're going to have to do our best to kind of maximize the amount of points we can get off of possessions. This isn't one of those games where the other team's going to go fast, and if we make a quick mistake or a quick 3 and out, we might just have the chance to get the ball right back in less than a couple minutes. Like, there's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minute drives, that our offense is sitting there waiting to get there. So we have to be able to basically take as much advantage as possible of every possession, and we can't make the mistakes that we made last week.
By not
this game,
I feel like last week running the ball was working. I thought they were doing a decent job.
It was working. I feel like in the beginning when Notre Dame was nervous about Dungy running.
Oh, is that that's what you think? Well, what about if you got DeVito coming in? Let's say you got DeVito coming in. I say, if I'm Boston College, I'm probably I'm developing a game plan around DeVito. So
most likely I would, yep.
Yeah. So, run heavy with Mo Neal. I mean, you got Jarvion Howard, Mo Neal, Dante Strickland. That's a running back core right there. That's
you're going to have to beat them at their own game.
I know. You got to, but you got to be able to open up,
and we're going to be able to establish a run, and we're going to have to be able to,
I don't know how DeVito gets. Yeah, I don't know how DeVito is going to be able to get passing lanes open and stuff if they're not going to be able to, maybe play action or something. You got to get the run going, man. Got to get going.
Well, yeah, and again, it got to a point last game where they knew that we had to pass, and
they shut it down.
Right. Yeah. Basically. So I think for DeVito to be, he's not Eric Dungy as far as some of the things he can do, and for him to be successful, especially against a team like this, we're going to have to definitely establish a run and be able to hit up play action and stuff like that. We're not just going to be able to, start out in shotgun, four wide, and just sling the ball around. It's just not going to be able to happen. So,
yeah.
Like I said, this game definitely makes me nervous because this is that type of team that, if we're not getting those tackles and they're breaking tackles and their offense we're not winning the battle at the offense and defensive line, then it could be a long day.
Right, and it's a home game, and it's their senior day.
Right.
So
exactly.
There's some factors there that definitely work against SU, but I feel confident. But I want to know how confident you feel, Joe. This Syracuse opened up at a 7.5 point underdog, according to my bookie. All right. Now remember, Joe's my bookie pick, brought to you by my bookie. And if you want to just basically have a free bet, you're going to bet on the Lions and Bears game. Go to my bookie, set up your account, and you're going to go and you're going to play the Turkey Day free play, and you can bet up to $250, and if you lose, they're going to give you your money back. If you win, they pay out like normal. It's as simple as that. Why they're doing it, I don't know. But if you go and do that and bet on that line of that game, you could possibly win some money, some real money. So you play, you win, you get paid, and in this case, you play, you lose, you don't lose nothing actually. So anyway, Joe, what's the line at now? It opened at 7.5. Syracuse underdog, right?
Yeah, that's where it opened.
So right now, Syracuse they closed the gap a tiny bit. They're only a 7-point underdog now. So
that's it.
That's it. That's it. So, look, dude, I feel like every time we do one of these my bookie picks for you, Joe, it puts a lot of stress on you, and it's each one seems like it's the toughest one. So, this one's kind of tough. I think this one's kind of tough. I don't do it. It's your segment. You go.
Well, I'm going to take... Why would I change now? Why not? It's the last game,
It's not the last game. It's the last regular season game.
No, you know what I mean.
All right. Well, so Joe's taking Syracuse with points.
I think that after this past week, Babers, he kind of I don't know. I think that the younger guys are going to know kind of what happened last week, and
it was a way bigger stage last week. That game was way hyped up. You're playing in a historic landmark, and you were chasing points the whole game. So
Dungy goes down, we'll be able to bounce back from this. Come back, just give it all you got, leave it all out there, because you got a couple weeks off before bowl games, so you'll be able to get those bumps and bruises and aches and pains out, and just get prepared for the whoever and wherever your bowl game is. And getting 7 points, and the way that the game's going to be slowed down, and this is probably going to be one of the faster. I mean, like we talked about it before, it just seems like Syracuse games, especially when you get into those little shootouts and stuff, it seemed like they're not 3.5 hour games. They're more like 4 hour games. This is probably going to be one of the faster ones this whole season. So
you're saying around 3 hours, like normal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, most likely. Barring, some crazy serious injury stuff and stuff like that. But and we talked about how Boston College really doesn't score at a high rate. So as long as we can stop the run and Dylan doesn't go crazy, then that's a lot of points for how low scoring of a game this is probably going to be.
Yeah, well, we had talked about the weather last week, right?
Yeah, this could be another situation.
Decent. It was decent at Yankee Stadium when the sun was out. I think it was around 50 degrees, 47 or something like that. Well, this Saturday, they're calling for 40% chance of rain, and it's going to be a little chillier. It's going to be around 42 degrees, probably about 42 to 45. So, yeah, that could be a factor,
Yeah. Well, this is where your character gets built as far as this kind of stuff goes, because even though last week wasn't that bad, that was still probably the worst conditions we played in all year. So just based upon the fact that it was just a little bit colder. So this week, talking about even colder, and then you add rain to the equation.
Right.
You never really know. And again, this is they're just teaching moments at this point. Like, we're playing with house money, and just you hope to win, you hope to stay relevant, but at the end of the day, it's only going to help for the future.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we'll be back here. I guess. What are we going to do after Colgate, Joe? What's the game plan? Let's let everybody know.
We're going to eat turkey.
Oh, that's right. It's Thanksgiving, so we might not get to do a post game for Colgate.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think that we could probably do something small come Sunday when we do the post game for football.
All right, so we'll just lump it in there.
Just do something small.
Yeah, hopefully it's a blowout.
Because, if we win, it's like, yeah, we were supposed to win. And if we lose, it's like, yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Right. Basically, just so you know, what is there to talk about? Did the offense improve? Is Frank Howard back? Did the defense improve?
That's not all to talk about if we lose.
That's not all to talk about if we lose. No, I'm assuming losing's out of the equation, but I guess I shouldn't. I shouldn't do that.
You told me earlier today. What do you do when you assume?
You make an ass out of you and me, right?
All right. Well, then let's not do all that, huh?
Okay. All right. Okay, well, we'll get back here Sunday. I hope everybody enjoys their Thanksgiving. And remember to go vote, please, for Andre Schmidt. I don't know if we can catch up, but he was like 5,000 votes behind. And I know this podcast right now is not going to reach 5,000 people.
No.
But you can share it on social media, man. You can do all that. Go to our social sites and share it, retweet it, or whatever. And I'll bet you anything, if everybody did that, I bet you
Kid deserves it.
Yeah,
he deserves it. The guy leads the nation in scoring.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's it. Kept it down to a half hour.
Schmidt for Heisman.
Yeah, Schmidt for Heisman. There we go. Thanks to my bookie, JP Mulligans, James on guitar, you guys for listening. Really appreciate it. Make sure you spread the word. Help us out. And that's it. We'll try to get back here Sunday. That's the plan. If anything changes, I'll let you know on social media. For Joe, I'm Sean. We're out.
Peace.
This has been the Cuse Militia Podcast with Sean and Joe. Be heard. Contact us on Facebook at Cuse Militia Podcast and tweet at us using #CuseMilitia.